I keep a close watch on that heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the ties that bind. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I find that trying very hard to be true. I find myself alone each day is through. Yes, I admit that I'm a fool for you. Because you're mine, I walk the line. As sure as night is dark and day is bright, I keep you on my mind both day and night. And happiness, it proves it right. Because you're mine, I walk the line. You got a way to keep me on your side. You give me cause for love that I can't hide. For you I know I try from this side. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends up for the tie that bind. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Hey, how you doing out there, Guitar Heroes? All right, we love Johnny Cash. How about I Walk the Line from 1956? Yeah, pretty cool song here, and interesting and unique because of all the key changes, which gives a singer a little bit of a challenge, let's say. Okay, so let's zoom in and take a look at the intro. The song's not too tough. We got all open chords. We don't have any bar chords. But we do have the chords for different keys. So as an example, we're going to have a B7, an E, and an A kind of in the key of E. And then we're going to have an A7 and a D and a G kind of in the key of A. And then we're going to have one more change, and then we go back and kind of repeat that last verse. So the key changes kind of make it kind of fun too. All right, so let's zoom in and take a look at the intro. All right, well, the intro starts out on the big E string. And we're going to do a open, 2, 4, open, 2, 4. And then we're going to do an open A right next door. Open, 2, 4, open A. And then we're going to hit the open E and the open A. Oh. Open E, open A. 2, open, 2, 4, open E, open A. And then we're going to hit the open A one more time. And then 2, 4. Same pattern. Open on the A, 2, 4, open D, and then an open A again. So let's start from the top. And then we're going to do the same thing, an open A and an open D. Hit the D one more time. And then go back down. And then an open E and an open A. Back down to on the E string. then back up. So let's run through the whole thing, and hopefully it makes sense to you. It's a lot of repeats here, so it's really not too horrible. And then we're going to come back up. And then because we're going to jump into a different key, the key of E, we're going to put our second finger down here on the A string, and we're going to do to get us in that spot. And Johnny's going to be going because he's trying to get his voice now lined up for the key change. Okay, so we're going to start with a B7. I keep a B7 close watch on this heart of mine. E. I keep my B7 eyes wide open on the E time. I keep the A ends out for the tie that bind E. Because you're mine, B7. I walk the A line. So the strumming, the strumming part, he may be doing this alternate thing. But instead of doing that, I'm just going to do something a little bit simpler. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. So now we're at the end of the first verse, and now we're going to do another key change. And so Johnny's going to do another one of them hum things. We're going to do an A right after the E. And this is where the voice goes up. I find it E7 very, 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 very easy to be true. A. I find myself E7 alone when each day is A true. Yes, I'll admit D, I'm a fool for you. A. Because you're E7 mine, I walk the line. And so this makes it really tough to know where you're at from a vocal perspective because of that change. But that's what makes it a fun song. Okay, now at the end of the second verse, now we're going to go change the key again. So right after the A that we end on, we're going to change and go to a D. As sure as night is dark, A7 is and day is night. It's a D. Excuse me, I goofed up on there. As sure as A7, night is dark and day is D light. I keep you A7 on my mind both day and D night. And happy G, I've known proof that it's D right. Because you're A7 mine, and I walk the line. D. And then we're going to change the key again. A, and this is the same as the second verse. You've got a way up on me on your side. You give me cause for love that I can't hide. So E7A, E7A, same as that second verse. For you D, I know it even try to turn the tide. Because you're E7 mine, and I walk the line. And now we repeat the first verse. And then that's pretty much it. So it's complicated. That it's because of those key changes. For the singing, it's kind of tough to know where you're at. But of course, the whole thing in thinking about singing is getting your humming, your voice lined up with the key. Or on a B7. That's the whole key. Get your voice lined up before you move into whatever, you know, even if you're at the beginning of the song, you kind of like to get lined up. Then you're always going to be in the right spot. Okay, so there you go. I Walk the Line, Johnny Cash, 1956. Hope you got something out of this lesson. Nice little intro and kind of a complicated verse with the key changes. Take it easy out there and keep on a strumming.